What's good? It is Sam here, and I'm back again with more strategy, more thinking in terms of how I'm looking at this growing to $100 a day. And that's what I wanted to share with you. I started really putting an effort online at the end of October and been consistent with it. And my objective first is to document the journey of going from just starting out to $100 a day online. And the channel that I'm primarily focusing on at this moment is through YouTube. And where I get most of my traffic from YouTube. Okay, as a prerequisite to that. So first of all, if you want to follow along, make sure you press that subscribe button so you can follow along. Also press that little bell notification next to the red button. And that bell is going to notify you in your email or in your phone every time I post a new video, or hopefully every time I post a new video. So if you find this analysis interesting, you can follow along. And I just did a video on that too. So if you want to, as a prerequisite, say that 17 times, prerequisite to this video, go back to my channel and you can look at some of the other things I'm doing on social in terms of Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Exactly what I'm doing, where I'm posting, how I'm responding to people, all of that. And then the amount of traffic or impressions I'm getting, and then how much of that clicks through to YouTube, so that you can see which platforms are the most effective in terms of the output or effort that I'm putting into them. So if that's interesting, go back and check the channel. That might give you a little bit of context for what we're about to look at now. And what we're going to look at now is the primary source of traffic to my channel actually is YouTube search. Google is the #1 search engine in the entire world, and based on queries, and the YouTube search is actually #2. So Google owns YouTube. So when you combine the two of those together, it's just freaking tremendous. Anyways, the 54% of my total traffic over the last 28 days has come from YouTube search, and I want to dive into what I'm ranking for. So, there's SEO essentially with YouTube. It's just video SEO, and you get to see the terms that you're coming up and which ones you're growing for in terms of your SEO on search, which keywords you're coming up for essentially. Okay, so what we've got right here is my channel from the 4th through the 1st of December, and there was this brought in 5,200 minutes of content was watched through this traffic source. These are the keywords here that are representing the top 5. We've got this purplish color here, the dark red, the green, and the orange. Okay, so if you come over here, MK677 as the biggest source of the traffic. That's the purple there at the bottom, and that's at 9.2% of the traffic that I'm getting from YouTube search. MK with no space between the 6 and the K, I'm getting 3.6%. So if you combine both of those together, those two by themselves represent, what is that? 9.2% plus 3.6 is 12.8%, I think. The next is Austrian, BPC 157. So I think I have one video on BPC 157. So that's doing really good, actually, then, because I only have one video. Austrian, I think I have a few videos. MK2866 is related to the Austrian. RAD 140, and then a bunch of what? Yeah, buddy. So I have maybe 3 or 4 videos on Viagra related. If you look down here, I still have the same search term that I'm coming up for. So as I continue to put out more and more content related to that MK677 and other topics, I'm going to bring the results to you and show you which ones I'm ranking for, because I'm putting out a lot of content. So the actual volume of videos I'm putting out is the most I've ever put out in a time period. But you think if you put out just the entire process of what you're doing to grow online or just live your life, you have a broader spectrum of people to reach. Because if you decide to niche down, there's nothing wrong with it. It works. But if you were to say, like, you wanted to focus on, THC and these pens or whatever they're called, vaporizer things, you can, but that's going to only be a very small niche. And there's nothing wrong with that. It works. You can make plenty of money. There's tons of people. But if you want a much broader reach and you talk about all the different facets of your life, the market's just so much bigger to get that attention. So if my thinking is putting out content on all of those different facets, one of them I'm going to get a disproportional amount of that traffic from to grow me overall as Sam, if that makes sense, on an online presence. One of those facets or stories that I'm telling is going to grow, that's going to represent 80% of the results. If you think of Pareto's principle, the 80-20 rule, 20% of one of those facets is going to represent 80% of the results. And right now it's related to SARMs, which I'm showing up for 1, 2, 3. On the top list here, let me just show you. On this list right here over the last 21 days, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna lump this in there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 out of the top 20 are all related to SARMs. So as I keep continuing to evolve in terms of articulation of the stories that I'm putting out there, I'll keep you updated in terms of which one you can get traction for. So that if that was interesting to you, you can see what's working for me, and then you could do exactly the same thing and you could see the results. You know what I mean? That I'm seeing, because this is going to be out as real time as it happens. I'm just going to be shooting these. I'm not holding on to it, put it out there. So if it's working for me, it's going to be what's working in the market at that moment. Anyways, if you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments, or if you know of any other things that you'd like me to talk about or potentially that I could try, also leave those down in the comments below. And then make sure to press that subscribe button, follow along. See how long it takes me to get to $100 a day. And how that actually comes to fruition, whether it's through YouTube or another platform. We'll see how that continues to grow. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace.